Today is Tuesday, the 4th of November, and for the next hour, we're going to go through all the latest and greatest news from the world of AI. And today, we're not just going to do news, we're going to do a few quick news stories to start with, and then we are going to build something. We actually try and see how far we can get building an video generation app. Now, I want to show people what you can do in a short space of time with limited coding knowledge. If you just say the right words and put them in the right place into the right app. So we're going to do that. We're going to be using Google AI Studio. But without further ado, let's just jump through the most important news stories of the last 24 hours. Okay, first story here. OpenAI and Amazon signed a $38 billion cloud deal. Now, OpenAI obviously been on a rampage with everybody who has compute, looks to be doing a deal with OpenAI. So company's first computing partnership was part of Amazon's efforts to expand its cloud business. So they agreed to pay Amazon $38 billion for computing power in a multi-year deal that marks first partnership between the startup and the cloud company. So they haven't actually done a deal before, which is actually fairly interesting. The deal unveiled on Monday will help satisfy OpenAI's fast-growing computer needs. It expects that all of the computing capacity negotiated as part of the agreement will be available to OpenAI by the end of next year, giving the ChatGPT maker quick access to powerful NVIDIA chips housed in its data centers. Okay, so obviously these big data centers are at various stages of being completed, but the good thing that Amazon has, the good advantage that Amazon has is some of this infrastructure is already built. So they're going to be able to get this from Amazon by the end of next year. So Amazon is actually under pressure from its investors to accelerate the growth of its Amazon Web Services cloud businesses and the AI side. And the shares popped up 5% on the news, which is good news for Amazon. As part of the 7-year pact, OpenAI will be able to train new AI models using Amazon's data centers and use them to process ChatGPT queries. So big demand for inference. This just adds to all the other deals they've already done, which is $300 billion with Oracle, $250 billion with Microsoft, adding up to over $1 trillion in commitment. So we'll see how fast, if they can sustain their revenue, OpenAI, to actually pay for all of this. Watch this space indeed. Okay, next story. Facebook dating is a surprise hit for the social network. Who would have thought you can use a dating service on Facebook? Facebook's free dating service now has 21 million users, more than the popular dating app Hinge, as a social network reinvents itself. So Facebook, they're not shy of trying new products and copying ideas that works. You've got some screenshots here and some images showing how this actually works. But you actually seems to be getting some pretty good uptake. I know when Threads launched, people kind of said, this is never going to work. And now they have hundreds of millions of daily active users on Threads. But depending on what circles you're in, you may not use it yourself. So Facebook, keep on releasing epic products. So here is it debuted in 2019. It's become a surprise hit for the company. It lets people create a dating profile for free in the app where they can swipe and match with other eligible singles. It has more than 21 million daily users, quietly making it one of the most popular online dating services. Hinge, leading dating app in the United States, has around 15 million. So here's a quote from Tom Allison, the head of Facebook. He says, underlying it all is that there are real people on Facebook. You can see who they are. You can see how they're connected to them. And if you have mutual friends, we make it easy to see where you have mutual interests. So, yeah, that's actually definitely interesting. I think we've got a bit of lag, so we'll just wait. Okay, I think we're back. So Facebook dating's popularity is a sign of how Facebook has been reinventing itself. Okay, so basically the idea here is, because you already know a lot of people on Facebook, using the dating side of things is actually quite easy for people to use, because you have mutuals in common, and then you can kind of see who that people, what sort of friendship circle they hold. Maybe you could get a couple of references on the person before you date them. But yeah, Facebook dating, obviously they have the social graph there too, seems to be very popular, mostly actually over the age of 30. It has 1.8 million users in the United States in their 20s and hundreds of thousands of young adults creating new profiles. But yeah, for the over 30s, even up to ages of 68. In the case of Martin Springer, says it's going very well. Many of the people are looking there for hang on, we've got a bit of a side opinion here. Martin Springer, who lives in Olympia, says he has used Facebook dating for about a year and it is the only dating service he uses. He has mixed success with it. Many users were trying to scam him, like elsewhere on the app, he said, but it has become a daily habit to get swipes in. Many people on there are looking for money, drugs, or sugar daddy, but some of them are like me, looking for love. So that is good. Good news from Facebook. Studio Ghibli and other Japanese publishers want OpenAI to stop training on their work. Okay, this was very controversial when it came out. If you remember the first image generation models that came out from OpenAI, you could say, give me this image in the style of Studio Ghibli. You can see even Sam Altman's profile picture here was created with the Studio Ghibli font. They're obviously a very famous studio in Japan, an animation studio behind films like Spirited Away and My Neighbor Totoro, and they want them to stop training. I don't think OpenAI is going to stop training. They all have already trained on the whole internet. I don't think they're going to stop it or remove it. They maybe make it harder for people to access to create images in that style, but I think OpenAI are fairly aggressive on this front. Here's the full story. A Japanese trade organization representing publishers like Studio Ghibli wrote a letter to OpenAI last week, calling for the AI giant to stop training its AI models on the copyrighted content without permission. Studio Ghibli, the animation studio behind films like Spirited Away, has been especially impacted by OpenAI's generative AI products. While ChatGPT's native image generator was released in March, it became a popular trend for users to prompt for recreations of their selfies in their style. Okay, that's what we said. And yeah, even OpenAI Sam Altman has changed his picture. Now, as more people get access to OpenAI's Sora and video generator, Japan's Content Overseas Distribution Association has requested that OpenAI refrain from using its members' content for machine learning without permission. Okay. Looks like we may have another law case on our hands. We will see. Yeah, we had that one from Martin Luther King's estate for stopping deepfakes on Sora. We've got deceased celebrities being able to be created. So it's pretty a copyright minefield at the moment. But yeah, Studio Ghibli are trying to put a stop to it. Okay, I think what we'll do, we'll actually just jump into building something. There's one more story here from Eli Gill, which says on which AI markets have winners and which are still wide open. We don't have to read the whole article, but I wanted to actually just share what he thinks are going to be good bets. He's obviously a famous investor in the VC space. His bets include both foundation models like OpenAI and Mistral, as well as application companies like Perplexity, Harvey, Character AI, Decacon, and Abridge. But he says the good things to invest in now, or what markets seem wide open, is financial tooling, fintech, accounting, AI security, and other markets we know are by default very interesting. We just don't know who's going to do it. And he also says, which is an interesting point, CEOs of every big company are basically telling their teams, hey, we have an edict. We need to figure out our AI strategy. These giant enterprises are willing to try things that 2 years ago they never would have tried. And it's only because of AI. Okie dokie. Right, that's basically the major stories of today. There's a couple of product releases, feature releases. There's one video here which I thought would be worth showing. This is from a user called Hal2400, an AI visual creator from, I think this is Japanese. Maybe it's Japanese. Says, I tried creating a playthrough video of a fictional game called Chihiro's Adventures using AI. I can bring the world I want to play into life in 30 minutes. I really think it's the magic of AI. So a lot of people think that games in the future are just going to be prompted. Here is a scene, a 19-second clip of what looks like a game interface, but obviously it's a video that's been generated. I think it does have sound too, but it's excellent, and it maybe shows that in fact some of it may be able to be prompted. Pretty good, hey? So we can see actually what they use to do it. If we can translate, they used Midjourney, Kling, and Suno. Image generation, Kling for video generation. In addition, the following steps added: upscaling the image and video, frame interpolation from 24 frames per second to 60, smooth videos of 10 seconds or more. A typical video is composed of 24 frames, so games are actually 60 FPS, which makes it look much smoother, and got some start here video guides too. So yeah, shout out to HAL 2400. That is an epic creation. Quick prompt to share: make a website versus make a website. Don't use gradients and don't use blue. So here is maybe a website that you've seen created many times. This is like a, oh, you can't really see it. Hold on, let's zoom in. So this kind of purpley gradient look is a common theme for AIs actually creating websites, and you may have seen this yourself. Whereas if you say make a website, don't use gradients and don't use blue, you get this. Is it as simple as that? So just don't use gradients, don't use blue, you actually get a much better output. So I wanted to share that with you. New product from I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to butcher it, but this guy, he builds a lot of great products, and he's introduced Vibing Base, lovable, but for desktop apps. Vibing Base is my most ambitious product ever. It's my focus at the Hacker Residency. If it helps you build desktop apps at the speed of thought, just describe it. 5 minutes later, you get a production-ready app, both on Mac and Windows. There you go. So you can build web apps, you can build mobile apps, you can build automations, and now you can actually build desktop apps too. I'm sure you can build desktop apps in the other platforms too, but now he's focused on actually building them in one tool. So I'm sure there's nuances about what you have to do to get a Mac app built. And yeah, he's building a vibe coding platform to do that. You can sign up for the waitlist at vibingbase.com. I think it's invite only, so you might have to reach out to him on X for an invite. Okie dokie. Let's go and let's build something. Let me just change my screen so you can see the full screen. Let's go with this. Can we do that maybe? Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Okay, we're in Google AI Studio. It's currently one of my favorite products to actually use to build stuff at the moment, because of the reason that all the AI functionality and features, you can actually just include in one click. So if you see here, if you want to build an image editing app or a conversational voice app, you can basically just add the feature, describe your app, and it will build it very easily. It usually kind of one shots each application. So I thought we'd actually try and build one together. Now, the app that I want to build is one that is kind of popular. So you may have seen one and you think, oh, I wish I would have built that. We're going to try and build. I haven't actually tried to build it yet. It's going to be an ad creation app, a short ad creation app. So where you can generate an image, you can turn that image into a video using VO3 and then use that for an ad. Some examples of this would be something like arcades, would be something like this, arcades. Let me see if I can find it on X, arcades. BC, what it looks like.
These 1,000 is focused on.
Okay, let me just try and find. I'm trying to find like a layout of the actual dashboard. Let's have a look. Okay, we can just leave it. Let's go. Let's go and start building. So basically, first thing you want to do, if you haven't actually used Gemini before, you're going to go in here, and we're going to need two key features. We're going to need our animate images with video, and we're going to need to create the images in the first place. So prompt-based video generation, we can do that too afterwards. We're going to control the image aspect ratio because you want to do kind of vertical. We want to basically create images. I think animate images, generate. There you go. Generate images with a prompt, animate images with VO, and then control the aspect ratio too. Okay. Let's see what we need to do. Okay, so what we need to do here, I want to create, let's just dictate it, and then it will go in smoother. We'll go, I want to create a software platform that now allows people to generate images and then turn those images into videos to be used for advertising purposes on social media. We should be able to control the aspect ratio of the image to make it either 16:9 or 9:16. The videos should then be able to be downloaded and also include some styles like realism or some tabs that they should be able to select to make choosing styles easy. We should also give the user the ability to view all of the previously generated images and videos, and also edit the images before turning them into a video. Okay, that was pretty rough. We're just going to dump that in. I'm going to see what it comes out with the first version. So the workflow is going to be this. We're going to create the video. We're going to create the image, sorry. We're going to edit the image if needed. We're going to make sure that's in the following size, the aspect ratio. Then we are going to turn that into a video, which is going to be used for the ad. Maybe we'll try and do some other features after that, but we'll see how this first version comes out. If you haven't actually used this before, Google Studio, it uses a model called VO3. I think VO 3.1 is actually used in here. And it will give you suggestions of what features to add. So if you're maybe not sure on what you want to create, it will give you these actual features. So you have expand the creative possibilities by offering various animation styles. Okay, that's good. When converting images to videos, you have enhanced your video ads by allowing users to add background music or sound effects from a library, making them more engaging. Okay. Use your Gemini Live API to give your app a voice and make your own conversational experiences. Allow users to add text overlays, logos, and other branding elements to their video ads, ensuring brand consistency and message clarity. Okay. Let's see what it comes up with. So it's added a lot of these components really quickly. So I think the one thing that will surprise you when you use this over other tools is usually it takes several goes to actually implement an AI feature correctly. It could just be like image generation. You have to like hack around kind of finding API keys for different services, etc. And it'll actually take a while to actually build that. Whereas inside of here, all of those AI features have just been pre-wired, so they just get set up really easily. We've got a couple of errors that it's fixing, but in a minute or a few seconds, we should have our first version of an app up. Let's find let's find an image ad generation platform. Let's find an image of like a layout for a platform that we can emulate. Add creative. Just having a look through some. Okay, so it looks like we've got our first version, Ad Studio AI, it's called it. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, here we go. So describe the image you want to create for your ad. You've got a library, cinematic, minimalist, fancy, vintage, abstract. Okay, I like the layout. Maybe I want to put this to the left-hand side and then have the images and videos generated on the right. Can we push all of the inputs and options and buttons to generate the images into a left sidebar and have this as a dashboard layout, but with the navigation and the inputs, etc., on the left as a sidebar, please. And then on the right hand side, which will take up about 80% of the screen, have all of the generations in a card format. We'll use 19:6, maybe with 3 or 4 generations to a row, whichever fits better. Okay, so I'm just changing the layout. I want to actually put this in the side on the left and then have the generations on the right, because then maybe see if we can adult man holding a jar of honey. I don't know why I thought of that. Photorealistic. Okay, maybe we should do more than one. Let's press generate. Let's see what it comes up with. I think this uses image gen. Well, that's fast and really good. Okay, cool. So now you can edit it. We can describe a filter. We can apply the edit, and then we can actually turn it into a video. Let's try it now actually. So, yeah, that is really good. I wonder what models this is actually using. I think it's probably Image Gen 4. We'll wait till it rebuilds, because once it rebuilds, it's going to get rid of this image. But the image goes in the library, which is good. We haven't actually got any database attached to this yet. So once this kind of rebuilds, this image is going to disappear. But you can see the quality of the image that it generates. That's actually really good. And bear in mind, I think there was 2 small errors, but it took 196 seconds to build this first version. And then we went to 35 seconds and a couple of bugs, 82. So under like 4 minutes, under 5 minutes to build this app so far. Okay, so now we have this AI Studio on the left. Please use a please don't use purples or blues in the theme. Maybe let's use can we use a black and white theme? Maybe we'll do a brutalist style. This is for the application. Okay, just changing the theme so it looks a bit different. We can increase that. We can select one. Maybe we want to add more styles. Maybe we need to get a little bit of inspiration of layouts. Who's got a good layout? Let's do some searching. AI ad platform. So here is some, I think this add creative has got a nice layout. That's quite cool. This is like a bit Canva-esque, I think, too. Let's see. Maybe we'll use the first one. Yeah, okay. So I think what we need to kind of find out now is how best to prep this. So under the hood, if we look at the components that it did, we can see that it used ImageGen 4 for the image generator, and it uses Nano Banana as the editor. And I'm not sure what it does for the video. Let's have a look. Does it say what video model it is? I think it's VO3. So we're going to need a prompting guide for VO3 and for image gen. So maybe we can just go and we can say we want to kind of like find a guide, because you can see image gen 4 generate, I think is, yeah, this one. This is what we use. We can do these ratios because we have this on the API. And then for VO, we have VO3. Let me just see. Okay, we have this. We've got a library, image creation. Let's try and create an image. A Ferrari F40 on the motorway. Let's just see what it comes up with. Also, we should maybe make it easier to be able to generate more than one image at a time. So maybe just like tweak your. So I should be able to just open that. I should be able to click on an image and open it bigger. So you should be able to like zoom into it. So once I click into it, it should expand, and then click out of it and it should go back down. Also, I'd like to be able to create multiple images at a time. So the image should generate, and then I could carry on prompting to create more images. And this just gets generated in a row in the image creations tab. Okay, so basically what I want to do is create this and then say maybe on a parked in a car park at night. I want to generate it, and then I want to see kind of this pop up here so I can generate multiple at the same time. Let's see if this edit works. Make the car. Actually, it's gonna reload now. Okay, so let's try that again. A Ferrari F40 car park at night. So if I press enter, I should be able to generate one. Oh, so I can generate multiple at a time now, but I want to be able to see the generation while. Oh, what? Oh, 60 by 9. Okay. The lettering isn't very good. The car's good. The lettering isn't great. At least I can see it. If I generate 9 by 16, I can then do 2 more. Okay, look at these. Nice. The car looks good. The text is let's see if we can edit this one. Make the car black. So if I edit it, this should close. Once I make an edit to the image, the modal should close, and then it should show the image processing that has been being edited in the image creations model. I should also be able to use the whole rest of the app once the images are being created and the edits are being applied. I don't want to have to wait to be able to keep doing things inside the product. All right, so the images are good. Now I think we need to, once we made this edit, we'll try and actually turn them into a video. And we could use the, maybe we need to find some, we can use these like aspect ratios. These are all the aspect ratios that image gen supports. Maybe you could use ultra generate. What's ultra generate? So these have watermarks in them too. Okay. So now it's updating, saying it's building in the non-blocking workflow. And you generate an edit an image, the operation now runs in the background, the loading screen is gone, and you can immediately continue using the app, whether it's tweaking your next prompt, browsing your library, queuing up even more image generations, new image creations, and edits will instantly appear as placeholder cards in the image creation window. Nice. These will show a processing state. You always have a live view of what's being worked on. Ideal. Error handling and retries. Okay. Okay, here you go. Ferrari F40 driving on the motorway. Let's go with cinematic. Nice 6. Let's go with 1. And another one. Yeah. And another 2. Nice. Okay. So that is the image generation going. Whoa, okay. I see these letters. Not sure what the back of that Ferrari is, but we'll see. Let's go with this. So that was cinematic. Maybe we need to find like an image gen prompting guide. Let's try and find it. Image gen 4 prompting guide. Let's do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I found this blog. Let's just copy this. Let's give it to Studio. And rather than that, let's make sure we can kind of create like an auto prompt improver. Let's say I want to create an auto prompt improving button, which will enhance the prompt according to the guide provided below to make sure our outputs are as good as they can be. Here is the guide. Let's pop that in. Let's go. Can you add files? Add text file. I'm just going to paste it. Let's go. Here, this is from, give them a shout out, GPT-4o image. Wait, is this 4o? Image gen? No, image gen 4. GPT-4o prompt gallery. Let's just give it in. Let's paste it there. Okay. Now what we're going to have is we're going to be able to put in a prompt. We're going to be able to improve it, and then hopefully we'll get better outputs. So should just try and create a video to see how fast it generates. Okay, I've integrated an AI-powered enhanced prompt feature directly into the sidebar. New button uses a detailed guide how to automatically enrich your initial ideas into specific and detailed prompts, ensuring you get the best possible result from the image generator. One-click improvement. Okay, instant update. Yeah, so it'll override your prompt to make it better. This is really fast too. Okay, let's say a man in a bee keeper outfit, gathering, let's say gathering honey. Let's do 60x9. Let's go with photorealistic, and we'll do this. Check this works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I don't know why I was still on that other tab. Apologies. Okay, so we go. Man gathering honey. Nice. I don't know why. I don't know how this slips in there. This is not photorealistic. How can we give feedback to say? I don't know. We'll figure that one in a minute. We've now got an enhanced prompt. Let's see what it gives us. This enhanced prompt button should be a lot faster. Here is okay. Middle-aged man with a weathered face wearing a pristine white beekeeping suit. Okay, let's see how this comes out. Let's do 2. We should also okay, it shows the prompt over the image. Now that we have longer prompts, the prompt that appears on the bottom of the image actually covers a large percentage of the image. Can we figure out a good way to display that without covering any of the image at all on the zoomed in open feature on the photo? Okay, so basically this is blocking it off. I mean, actually can't see how good the image is, but it looks pretty good to me. This one is the other one. Also looks pretty good. We'll try video. We'll try turning these into a video next and see if we can get that. We'll just fix up this prompt because we don't want that. Maybe we could minimize it or hide it. Let's do let's enhance the prompt again. Then we are going to do different ratios. Let's make sure we get the right sizes. Basically, we want you to be able to create images in different sizes, not just kind of 60 by 9, 90 by 6, but all the other like resolutions or sizes that this image gen model lets you create. So here we go, middle-aged beekeeper. Okay, we've got a long prompt, a metal smoker, 8K details, cinematic quality, photorealistic. Okay, let's do 2. Cool. So this is using Image Gen 4. I think for the video, it's using VO 3. The prompt still is blocking the image. Okay. Prompt. The prompt is still blocking the image when I open it up to view it in full. Can we please do a separate section to the side of the image, but attached to the pop-up, which shows the prompt and the inputs, as in the style, the aspect ratio, and the time of image creation, so that nothing is overlaid on the actual image itself. So basically what I want it to happen is to have this not there and kind of attached to the side, because I want to be able to see the full image. There's also this annotation thing in AI Studio which you can do. So if I said, let's say if I open, I should be able to escape this actually. If I press escape, it should close. If I open this up and then press annotate, I could do this. I could say, the app's going to update and refresh in a minute, but I can drag a box and then I can do a, I can add some text and then put it in the chat. Okay, a man. Let's do a man gathering. Let's do a man chopping wood. Let's do enhanced prompt again. So it's edited the image viewer modal. You can see the code here if you want to. You can see all the different components. You can drag them, you can open them up. So it's all code you can have. Preview, you could save it up here. You can copy it. And you can upload it to GitHub, publish it, download it, do what you want, share it with people. It's actually very good. A powerful, determined man in his late 30s with short, neatly trimmed beard. Let's generate. Oh, 16 by 9. Damn it. Let's is okay. This is better. The layout isn't great. We can tweak that. This photo is okay. Let's generate 2 more. Wait, did it? No, it didn't. Okay, let's try and turn this to video. We've got this details. That's actually okay in this layout because you can see the whole prompt, style realistic. That's all right. Let's see if we can turn this into a video. Let's go. First, we'll show an edit. Let's go with, yeah, let's go add a retro filter just to check the image editing is working. Did that add a retro filter? Yeah, I think it probably did. Let's try and create a video. Let's say a man swings an axe. Swings his axe and splits the log. Let's go generate. We need our API key. Let's go video generation with VO requires you to select your own API key. Okay, let's just do that without revealing anything. Okay, we have a video generation in progress. Let me find I need to find an actual video generation thing. Guide. I don't know how many credits this is going to take. Let's have a look. Let's do VO3 Google. So we need to check on the API to see how much it costs. Let's find video, VO. You can use reference images too. Okay. So this is a prompting guide. Let's do pricing. Suppose VO 3.1 paid tier per second is 40 cents. Image Gen 3 VO 3.1 VO3 generate, VO fast generate is at 40 cents. Okay, so here's our video. I think we're going to need to do some better prompting with this because I should be able to say, let's create local storage to maintain the ability to see my creations. So the swing is pretty good. Yeah. Oh, it's not bad for a first attempt. We've got we've got not a lot of prompt perfection in there. Let's have a look what else we've got. VO3 fast generate is pay tier per second in US dollars. Okay, so you have to pay for video. You don't have to use your API key for images, which is interesting. Let's do our... What do we need? We need to find our API. What other options we've got with video creation? Okay. Let's add a feature for video. Now let's add a feature where I can upload an image and then we can turn it into a video in the same way that we generate an image and then turn it into a video. I want to be able to upload one and then use that as a reference image to create a video from it. I'm not sure I like this UI. See, that looks okay. Maybe we should include it in the sidebar. Yeah, that looks okay. Let me see if we can. Progress bar for video editing tools, video preview. Okay, because I think it maintained. When editing photos, can we maintain a history of the original and then the edits of that original? I need to get some more realism here. Vintage. Interesting to see how it handles the edits, actually. One edit, original. One edit, original. So I think the aspect ratio is maybe changed. Okay, so... Oh, wait. Okay, that worked. Let's see. Okay, it's got an issue. Mm-mm. Let's do vintage. So we haven't actually run into many bugs on here. It's pretty cool. What? Why is there a wheel? Is there a wheel inside the car? Okay. Okay, cool. Right, well, that is. Yeah, I think we're getting the batch video, improved video preview. Let's do. Yeah, let's add. Yeah, let's add video controls. Okay, video from image. I think I can upload. Okay, wait. I think it might work. Let's do an F40 Ferrari, a Ferrari F40 driving down the motorway. Let's enhance it. We'll try and create one last video and see how it does. Yeah, the basic scaffolding is here. You can start to do voiceovers, animations, etc. Let's go with this. Let's generate one image. See if we can turn that into video. Improve video playback, add animation presets. Okay, nice. Let's go and do create video. The car should drive past the camera, and then the camera should spin around and follow the car as it drives down the road. It should be a drone follow shot. Generate video. Maybe what you can do is actually suggest the prompt. So let's say if you can analyze the image or analyze the prompt for the image and just suggest what videos would be good to create from that image. That'd be quite cool. Okay. Mm. Create a video. The sun is now in front of it. It was behind it. It's okay. It's not great. It's right. That's it. We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up another day, but that's all for it today. We're going to do a longer build session soon, but see how easy it is to start putting stuff together and different tools together inside of Google AI Studio. Hope you enjoyed it, and